Former US President Trump proposes the ban on the implementation of CBDCs if elected. What are CBDCs and why you need to be very, very cautious and understand them? A sea of red floods the market as altcoins get crushed. Today we're going to discuss this and much, much more. So let's jump in. What's going on, my free thinking rebels, and welcome once again to another episode of Decrypting Crypto. I am your host, Stephansubero, the Holistic Growth Mentor, a certified holistic financial planning coach specializing in digital asset management. I am on a mission to help busy parents and entrepreneurs like yourself to make a change, create passive income, and build a legacy for yourself, your family, and your community. This video is brought to you by the Future of Money Masterclass. We're going to hear a bit more about that later on today. Now, if you are new to the channel, please take a moment, go down there, click on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. We drop videos like this for you every single day. So the former US President Trump has proposed to ban the implementation of CBDCs if elected. The presidential candidate for 2024, Donald Trump, spoke out against central bank digital currencies. Why are these so bad? The pledge came during a campaign speech in Portsmouth, New Hampshire on January 17th. The former president spoke about banning CBDCs as part of his election campaign, saying he will never allow the Federal Reserve to create a digital currency. Furthermore, he goes on to say, such a currency would give a federal government, our federal government, the absolute control over your money. They could take your money and you wouldn't even know it was gone. For us to really understand what this means, we're gonna take a look at this video that I made a couple of months ago. What are CBDCs? I'm just going to play a short clip for you. You can watch the full video by clicking on the link right here. What are CBDCs? CBDC stands for Central Bank Digital Currencies. It's a digital version of a country's fiat currency that is issued and regulated by central banks. Unlike cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, CBDCs are not decentralized. Their value is backed by the government. That's all. This part is key to understanding their differences. The main characteristics of CBDCs are these. They are digital currencies that exist in electronic form. CBDCs are used and regulated by a country's central bank, meaning that they're centralized and controlled by governments. This allows the bank to create more of it whenever they want, just like they've been doing with regular fiat money. They can be used for transactions across multiple platforms and payment systems. The transactions can be traced and monitored by the government or central banks, making them potentially less private than cash transactions. Now listen to this, as it's the characteristics of CBDCs that worries me the most. They can be programmed with certain conditions, such as expiration date or restrictions on usage. This means the governments can decide how much you can spend, how much you can save, how long you can keep it, and what you can spend it on. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think the government needs any more control and power over us. But what do I know, right? So now please check out this full video as I dive deeper into the differences between fiat currency, CBDCs, and Bitcoin, and why CBDCs are so dangerous. So definitely check that video out. As the world sinks deeper into debt, your hard-earned money loses value daily. The solution: safeguard your wealth with smart, diversified, and decentralized income strategies. Breakout Solutions is on a mission to take back personal freedom, individual rights, and financial sovereignty. As the era of CBDCs, digital IDs, and social credit system approaches, it's crucial to act now to safeguard your financial future. Introducing the Future of Money, your guide to what's happening and what is coming. Join our 90-minute session to equip yourself, your loved ones, and your business against a system bent on control. Your time is precious. Don't waste it anymore. Use the link below, join our next virtual event, and access my exclusive bonuses. Yes, my friends, the next Future of Money Masterclass is going to be on January the 23rd at 7 p.m. AEDT. Please use the link down below, sign up, and come join us live. Now let's jump into the market updates. We can see on Crypto Bubbles that we've had a massive sea of reds. The altcoins are definitely getting crushed this week. GRT minus 14, Rune minus 21, ETC minus 18, ARB minus 13. We have a couple of big gainers, PLS at 70% and Hex 35. This is definitely not what we want to see, but we need to remember this is okay, this is healthy, and it is needed, right? We cannot just be going up all the time. We need to see these healthy corrections. Now, even though we've been getting a massive correction, the Fear and Greed Index has increased up to 63. We started off the week at 52, and now we're up 10%, now back in the greed zone. What does this mean? I think we could be gearing up for another move. We're going to have to wait and see what happens, how we close this week, and how we start again next week. Now, I want to take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Now, a couple things I want us to note. First of all, I did get a sell signal on the weekly. Normally, this is very, very accurate, signifying a potential move to the downside. We can see during the previous sell signal that I got, we did have a correction of, let's see, a 17% correction. Then the previous one after that, we had a, let's see, we did rally up a little bit, but then we did come back down and we had a 14% correction. Currently, and again, I'm not including the wicks in these corrections. I'm just using the body of the candle. So we're currently sitting at about a, let's see, 5% correction. Now, we are being supported right now by this massive support. So if we zoom out a little bit more, we can see that this is the golden ratio, the golden pocket. And we were being supported. We have broken below. Now, if by the end of the week we cannot hold this support, that will be my sign to see that we will have a bigger correction going down. And again, if we follow the previous trends, we could see a correction of up to 15, even 20%. Now, 15% brings us to this zone, which in my opinion could be another perfect area for buying in opportunities. Worst case scenario, and I really don't think this will happen, would be a drop to this support area, which would be about a 25% drop. Again, I cannot see the future. I don't think this will happen right now. We could possibly see something like that later on, right before the halving commences, as we always have that big dip before the halving, just to, for all that liquidity to be grabbed up and prices to start rolling back up. But for the meantime, we got to wait to see where the week ends and how we can now analyze it for the following week. Now, I have a couple of Twitter highlights I wanted to look at. We have Ben Simpson. He says, we don't need a meeting every 6 weeks to decide how we'll manipulate interest rates to keep the economy in check. Yeah, he's talking about the government. Yeah, they do that every 6 weeks, right? We have a programmed event every 4 years. No need for manipulation. No humans making poor decisions. No moving the market to how they want. Just every 4 years, we reduce the supply. Deflationary instead of inflationary. Trust the code, not people. Obviously, he's speaking about Bitcoin. And again, my friends, you know what? Trust the code. There's no need for middlemen. There's no need for human error, human greed. It's built in. Every 4 years, supply gets cut in half. This creates a supply shock, which pushes the price up. And then we start moving to the moon. And finally, this last Twitter thread that I found on Bitcoin Magazine, the Bitcoin-friendly Argentina president Javier Milei speaks at the World Economic Forum. And he says this: do not surrender to the advance of the state. The state is not the solution. The state is the problem itself. Long live freedom. Damn it. Long live freedom. Freedom is a choice, my friends, and we all have that opportunity. We all have that consciousness to decide what that looks and feels like for us. And with that said, everybody has their own consciousness and their own decision making. So freedom for me is going to be different than freedom to you. But you know what? I respect you enough to allow you to make that decision for yourself. So, my friends, with that said, it was a pleasure serving you today, and I hope to see you in the next Decrypting Crypto episode. Stephan out.